Hey guys, you're watching QDCrafts. I've been wanting to make this video for so long, but I just didn't have a lot of time to make this bubble tea that you saw in the intro. Now that I have my honeydew milk tea, which I don't think this actually has any tea in it, still delicious anyway. I'm gonna be showing you guys how I made these little bubble tea containers that are really cute and great for holding pencils or whatever fits inside here. I was definitely really inspired by a YouTuber named Nimsy, who's created a lot of kawaii or cutesy decorations that look kind of like this, so that's where the idea came from, and I hope you guys enjoy. To begin, you'll need a circular pegboard to make the cup, and as a guideline, I have this red line on my pegboard to make it easier for you to see where the beads need to be placed. I used the shade of light brown artkal beads for the original bubble tea, and I used pastel green Perler beads for a honeydew milk tea. The reason why I'm putting a dot on this one bead here is because it will be a reference point that will align the tapioca pearls, aka the black beads, all together. You'll see eventually how things work out, and this will just make things much easier in the assembling process. As usual, I've set my iron at 3 with a piece of parchment paper on top and ironed both sides. Make sure the dot is still visible after ironing because that will make assembly so much less confusing, and here it is again. Just pause the video to make sure the dot is in the right position. For the second piece, you can see that I'm doing the same steps with the red dot as a reference point. This will be essential in later steps, so take your time to copy these templates down because one wrong bead will mess it all up. No pressure. After you finish this last piece, let's try to assemble all the pieces together. I'm using Gorilla Glue for this, but I recommend getting another type of super glue that doesn't expand when it dries. This step is where I have to align the dots together when stacking the layers. You can see that each bead with a dot on top of it is aligned with another marked bead on the other layers, and that's the position they need to be in when glued together. Hopefully you understand how the system works now, and here are the next 4 pieces to copy and mark down. Just like I did for the first 3 pieces, I'm going to stack the marked beads one on top of the other in this exact order. With all the dots aligned, this is good to glue. With both stacks dried, I'm gluing the 3-layer stack onto the 4-layer one. Then I flip the whole stack over, put a heavy object on top, and let it dry. The layer where there's a lot of light brown beads is where I will stack the cute bubble tea face. These 3 pieces will make a small smile, and you can change it up to show a different expression if you'd like. I'm sure you guys are smart enough to design your own and just have fun with it. These 5 pieces will make squinting eyes, and like I just said, you can customize it to your own liking and make whatever kawaii face you can think of. If you do try to design your own, I would suggest drawing out the eyes on grid paper first to know the spacing between the black and brown beads for each layer. And once you stack them all together, it should come together and look like a face. I glued one more completely brown ring on top of the face, and then glued the face stack on top of the tapioca pearl stack. Before I begin making the lid of the container, I first made a clear ring to put on top of the cup, as well as this thicker double ring that will go on top of that. This is the bottom of the container cover, so don't glue this onto anything else. All these pieces here will assemble into the lid of the cup. Then I glued all these pieces together to form a somewhat domed cup lid. And I even made a blue bubble tea straw by stacking 7 of these small hexagons together. I can't forget the bottom of the container, so I filled in the brown circle with some of my unneeded beads since you won't be able to see them anyway, and glued that right onto the bottom. I don't want the lid to slide off when it's on top of the cup, therefore I glued 4 individual beads around the inner circle of the bottom lid layer to prevent it from moving. That is how you make a bubble tea container using fused beads. I'm going to be using my honeydew bubble tea as a pencil holder and my original bubble tea for holding some clay charms. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys try this, especially with different flavors or facial expressions. And if you do, tag me at QDCrafts on Twitter or Instagram so I can see it. Let me know if you like bubble tea in the comments below, and also tell me if you call it boba or bubble tea, because I've only ever called it bubble tea for my entire life and I've never heard anyone say boba where I live. I'm sorry if I have a lack of uploads because I'm in school already and biochemistry is killing me. So please stay tuned and I will see you guys next time with another cute craft. Bye!